want you to hear this audio, and I'm gonna show a little bit of the video about this group. And they make a good, excellent point. Then I'm gonna show you another video of a tennis star. What's going on with Venus Williams? And I wanna I'm gonna try to pull up the video, but I'm gonna show you this. And they're making a good example. I just want you to hear the video. This is really interesting, the audio. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of what they're saying. And there's some things you may agree with, and there's some things that really you may not agree with. But it really, it gives you a different opinion about what's going on with some women today, and how your environment changes everything you do. If I can get it back. How the environment can change the way you but I'm gonna figure out something. Hold on. I just had it, but oh shoot, it's not the video I wanted. Okay, that's not the video I wanted. That's not the audio. Okay.
Football team, and people really didn't know me, but they knew him. And the boy who bullied me was just talking, and I just went and got my brother, and my brother came with the whole football team walking up and was like,
in verse
Augustine
17.
Many different paths before he found the true Christian.
Let not thine heart envy sinners.
Let not thy heart envy sinners. It starts right here.
Yeah.
Mine. We start seeing things, and these people got their gain, they got the way they position in sin. That's how they got this country, that's how they got the position they got. We envy that. Our people envy that position they have. And the Bible says do not envy that sinner. And this is a man, they are the men of sin. They are the wickedness of the earth.
It's called the border
of wickedness. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Be in the spirit. That's it on that scripture? Read on.
But be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long.
Be in the fear of the Lord. I don't care what they call that. Keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses. I don't care what Mr. Jones doing across the street or next door. I don't care what they getting for their kids or what she got for her husband or what he got for his wife. We should not be worrying about that. We should be taking care of our own and not envying other people. We carry these people characteristics, and we should not have that. We have a God that gave us the spirit, and the spirit ain't like that. All right, we're gonna get that a little
like
later.
we just read, that word envy translates to covet.
Right, what's translated to sin.
Sin. We covet them, their appearance, their attributes, the things that they have, their cars, their money, all these things.
So let's go travel to Sirach 8 and start at verse 11. We're just gonna start early. This is how we do it.
And we
fix your face.
We're about to travel all the way. We're about to travel all the way to
Fix your
Sirach.
face. Alright, read over.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 8 and verse 11. Rise not up in anger.
No. I'm sorry. 9 and 11.
Sirach chapter 9 and verse 11.
Sorry about that.
Envy not the glory of a sinner.
You say, envy not the glory of the sinner. Everybody want to come here. This is the place of this is the golden city.
The golden city, right?
This is New York. You know what I'm saying? All the glamour, the movie stars, all the famous. You want to be famous. You want to be this. You come this place. Most High say, don't do that. Envy not this place. Read on.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
You don't know what the end of this place is. Our people don't know what the Most High gonna do to this man. Read on.
Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
You see that? We're not supposed to delight in those things. We're not supposed to be clubbing, riding, what they call that? When you club, what's the word?
Reveling.
Reveling. We're not supposed to be reveling. We're not supposed to do those things. But our oppressors do it. We think it's cool. Read on.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
You see that? They not gonna be unpunished. Read.
Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
You see that? You want to be with the man who just hates you and kill you. That's in the movie Them, that TV show. You want to be around people who hate you and who can just kill you. You want to put yourself in that situation.
Cause you want to be.
You want to be them. You want to be just like them. You want to envy them. And we listen. All we have to do is keep God's commandments, right? And we can. Most High, give me all that. Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 7. Let me see what the Most High said about us.
Oh, we gonna get that.
Okay, you gonna get that? All right, I'm going too fast. All right,
we're gonna get that.
We're gonna go back. Let's go back.
We're gonna get there.
You see, I'm going too fast.
We're gonna get
I
there.
apologize.
We're gonna get there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mad today.
Hey, y'all came out the gate, boy. He said we about to travel to Sarat.
Listen, I'm upset, man, about this topic, man. Y'all ought to be upset. Our daughters and our sons want to be these people. Read on.
So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares.
You see that? You go in the midst of snares. Y'all people don't even know they're amongst wolves and vipers and things that can harm them and hurt them. But they just having a good old time, a good old gay time. Don't understand that they in the snare of destruction and death. Read on.
And that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
You see that? Come on.
As near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor, and consult with the wise.
And do what?
And consult with the
But
wise.
our people don't want to do that. Our people hear this Bible, come on, they probably twitching off right now when they see it. Nah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. No, you got to consult with us. We're trying to tell you how to get out the mess. We whine all day long, all night long, and here come the answer. Most I say he stretched his hand out all day long and no man regarded. But you don't want to converse with the godly. Read on.
Let thy talk be with the wise.
Let thy talk be with the wise. Why? So you can get understanding, so you can know how to move in this wicked world. Come on.
And all thy communication in the law of the Most High.
And all your communication in the law of the Most High. We need to be speaking God's laws. That's what's going to help us out of this mess. That's what's going to straighten our marriage. That's what's going to straighten our kids. That's what's going to straighten our education, our financial situation. Yes, God's laws. Read.
Verse 16. And let just men eat and drink with thee.
You drink with just men. You don't drink with the wicked. You don't envy the wicked. You don't deal with the wicked. Read.
And let thy glory be in the fear of the Lord.
And that's where your glory need to be in. Not in chains and things and man, how you say it's chains and things and swing and how the song go? Hey, that's not where your glory go in. That's the old school song right there.
Right,
you know right. I'm sorry, y'all. Just went back for a few. Go ahead, that's right. Go ahead, Kim.
Hey, let's play this video because what you understand back to our sister Serena, and understand this, it ain't just her. Many of our sisters go through these things, think like this, and do this as we go on in the class we see. But watch this. Play this next video.
What I was thinking about
Just in case some of y'all, because I seen some posts on I seen some posts basically saying that the photo was fake and things of that nature. Watch this. This is a live video. This is about 3 months ago, and she talking about the racism she experienced in tennis, and a lot of the trauma that we go through pushes us to envy our oppressors, to want to be white, and things of that nature. Watch this. Play that.
what I was thinking about when I saw the commercial. I was like, Serena may have been the first famous person that I saw that actually dealt with a hostile work environment, like just solo. Like she would go out on that tennis court and you would kind of hear the hate and the
y'all understand tennis.
Social media.
I was in tennis. I played tennis. Tennis is very racist.
Just like soccer.
Sports.
Just like
Yes,
soccer.
yes.
And they go hand in hand, Cap.
Play on.
Hear the hate and the way before social media, she was dealing with a black female in a hostile work environment, and I always thought it was
Now y'all,
amazing to me.
Pause. You see on the right hand corner. Never mind. Play. Y'all skip. Play. I paused it because I wanted to look at the picture. Then you moved it. Hey, y'all pray for the ITT. Just play. Just play. That's my point.
How you were able to like block it all out and just focus in on it. Is there like a secret karaoke song or something that you have playing in your head?
That's why I'm saying it ain't fake.
What was
it ain't fake. Pause it. Right here, Corey, you see it. It ain't fake. Only reason I'm playing that, it's some other stuff I want out of this video. But a lot of people are going back and trying to say it's Photoshop, it's fake. This is live. And you see the change, the envy. And it all stems from the self-hatred. Why? Because we want to be like them. Play on.
Or something that you had playing in your head to block all of that out. What was when you listening to mentally?
No, she did. And watch what she says.
You know, it's just something I had to grow used to, which is shouldn't be normal, right? But it had to be normal for me, was to realize that people weren't going to root for me in the beginning because I was different and I looked different. And I remember even when my sister was playing, I could tell when she would win points and when she would lose because the crowd would be really loud if she lost a point. And then there would be almost silence if she won the game or the point. So that's how I would kind of follow her matches, because sometimes I would be getting ready for mine before. I mean, obviously that's before other technologies, but that was also the same obviously applied to me. And I had to make people realize that, you know, it's okay to be black and to play tennis, and it's okay to be good at it and to be better. And that's kind of something I had to lean into myself and realize that it wasn't me. It wasn't anything to do with me. It was just that I had to force people to see me because of my game and let my game do the speaking. And I had to be comfortable with that. And thankfully, my parents were so pro and so awesome and so pro-black.
Stop. She said, thankful my parents were so pro. Because you notice, she really didn't answer the question of how she dealt with the trauma. Because our people don't deal with the trauma. This is how our people deal with the trauma. We bleach our skin. We change. We wear blonde hair. We try to conform and be like them. We don't deal with the trauma. That's how we deal with it. Is we try to make ourselves acceptable to them. That's how we deal with the trauma. But notice what she said. She said her parents were very pro-black, and her father was pro-black. So what happened? Matter of fact, give me that next video because I want to show something. Her daddy didn't play. This was with her other sister. But just to show you, when it came to like Esau trying to tear down the black image, he didn't play that. This is a short clip. Play that.
Cap,
what you got?
Hold on real quick. Before you play this, you about to play. I seen that you about to play something very heavy. This is why they took the man out.
Yes.
Out of the house. This is why. So they can put so that he can come in there with his TV and poison our sons and daughters. But go ahead.
Play that. Pause. He said, you think you can beat her? She said, I know I can beat her. All confident. This is a young black child. Play on.
I know it. Very confident. Very confident. You say it so easily.
He's the straw. He's like, pause. He's like, you say it so easily. Why? Why do you say it so easily? If that had been a white child, he would have been like, oh wow, you're so confident. And he wouldn't have questioned nothing. He was like, man, it's amazing. Someone, a child of your age is so confident. Yeah. With her, he's like, you just say it so easy. Yeah. Like it's norm. Why?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Play on.
You strange.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I believe it.
Here comes the father.
But she said it with so much confidence the first time. But you keep on. So we can't keep interrupting him. If you want, you got to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child.
Oh, she said you're dealing with the image of a 14-year-old child. He understood.
Yeah.
They trying to destroy the image because now other black children, her age is gonna look at her like, man, she got confidence.
Right.
She and she dark.
Right. And listen, she was smiling. She was happy with herself, the way she looked, the way she, and her dad was right there to defend her. Her dad was right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a powerful image right there.
Play on.
You got to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child. And this child will be out there playing with your horrible ass and he gonna get the brain. When she said something, we done told you what's happening. You deal with a little black kid, and let her be a kid.
You understood? You said you dealing with a little black kid.
Leave that alone.
Let her alone. That's all I want. So just to show you that the Williams sister's father, he didn't play. He was pro-black. So what happened? What happened to now you get to where you lighten your skin and you conform yourself? Because I ain't gonna say she light skin, I don't know. But basically she has done something to alter her skin to where she ain't dark no more. To where you look like the other nations. You want to be like us. Give me Deuteronomy 7.
She look like a thing.
Deuteronomy 7. And this is a lot of our people. That's what happened. Deuteronomy 7. Because she just said it. She was pro-black.
Right.
Her father was pro-black.
You don't even.
So it was instilled in her.
Right. Because her father
Okay, go ahead.
didn't even go to wedding when she
Yeah,
the
her father didn't go to her
Right,
wedding.
right.
Now there's speculations on the why, but he wouldn't go to her wedding when she married a Caucasian man.
Exactly. I know it's speculating.
Right.
Dang
right.
I think my speculation is 100%
Right.
wrong right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yours too. For real.
So how he got on that white crown? He got on that east. He got on east.
Because what? Just like, and we're talking about Serena, but it's many about people that are playing with this. And just like many people, you get with these other nations, and guess what? You get the grass ain't green on the other side, and now you start to realize I have to conform to them. That's what happened. We got a caller.
Tell me in
All right, we're gonna go to the phone lines real quick, then we're gonna get Deuteronomy 7 and 3. Hey, callers, you're on the air. It's Fix Your Face. Who am I speaking with? What's your name?
That was Serena, Serena Williams, and that's a powerful thing that he said. It's powerful, and that's the racism behind that about your people who oppress you, and there's something how, and I think it goes back to generations after generations of African Americans that have been subjected to racism. That some, it's just the same situation like they were, like the Hebrews was in Israel's like was in Egypt. I think it was the same scenario where you've been up under a oppressed system so much that this out of a group of people, you want to be like the people that are oppress you. And I think that happened with the Hebrews when they were in Egypt. They would envy Egypt so much because Egypt had the power. Egypt had the influence. They had the gold, the power, and even though they were up under the Egyptians at that time, and I think in these other nations, they conform their children, and sometimes when they kill off the man, so their children can conform to what their belief system is. They can conform to what they worship. So this is what they basically, in a nutshell, is deeper than that. But it was something that, here is Serena Williams, who is naturally gifted. And I know that certain celebrities, not all black celebrities, but when they get to a certain level, man, it's like something happens at the top where, it changes their whole outlook on life to the point they transform. I've seen a few celebrities that done this, and I don't know, it's something that is really interesting.
Hey, how you doing, Nicole? You got a question or a comment?
Well, a comment. When you were asking what happened, I want to say that the icing, so to speak, on the cake was her being married also to another nation. But she was more like, what do they call it? When you're captive for a long time, you gain Stockholm syndrome. And with her participating in the sport that she was participating in, not only being a dark sister, but being in that arena at an early age, is almost being a slave tied to a tree, being beat daily and trying to cope with those wounds daily. And then you break once you marry that other nation.
Right, you're exactly right. You're exactly right, and it's evident, because that's why when you watch the clip, she never really gave a definitive answer as to how, because remember, that was the question, how did you cope with the racism in your profession, in your profession in tennis? She didn't really give an answer. She didn't cope with it. You're seeing how she's coping with it. She went and married the other nations. She's trying to, the blonde hair comes, the cheekbone alterations come, the Little Kim effect comes. That's what we're gonna call it. The Little Kim effect comes, and now she's conforming herself like these other nations. You're exactly right. She not, and many of our people, we have not really dealt with the trauma, even all the way back to slavery. That's why this is an effect and a result of all of this. Because remember, even when you read the Willie Lynch letter, what was one of the things? Pit the light-skinned Negro versus the dark-skinned Negro. And we're going to touch on that either. They call it, now that the technical term in society today is colorism. But yeah, our people have not really coped with this, and this is how we cope with it. When the Bible gives us the answers, the Bible tells us how to cope with it. Give it that, Deuteronomy. Was that it, sis? You still on the line?
No, I wanted to touch on the father when you brought up the clip up about the father. And that moment, I know, I could kind of know how she felt being protected. Her father was there to step in for her. But as she grew and developed, her father faded away more and more, you see. And I just wanted to make a point, because when I was coming up, and I had an older brother, and I remember being bullied, and my brother was very popular on the football team, and people really didn't know me, but they knew him. And the boy who bullied me was just talking, and I just went and got my brother, and my brother came with the whole football team walking up and was like, do you know who this is? And at that moment, I'm standing there with my brother, and the power of protection that I felt at that time was overwhelming, you know. And the young man started apologizing. So, but I had to cope because my brother was older than me. When he graduated, I had to deal with situations on my own. Right. And luckily, I was strong in my thoughts and my, you know, going through life and having two parents and their development of me as a child. But if you're in a situation and the strong person as her father starts to fade away and she's going into this, it's satanic, all of this music industry, all of it, into that realm, you become diminished, basically. And that's what you see. And that's what you see. And that goes back to your point, Yawasai, where a lot of these houses, the father, which in her case ain't the case. She had a father around. Just she being in that industry, constantly being attacked racially, it broke her. Now she's other nations. But many of our people, the father is not in the home. You let MTV, you let BET, you let media raise your children, and guess what they see? This is what they see. Have the long hair, the weave, blonde hair, light skinned is in. You get dark skinned, that dark skinned people are portrayed as evil, demonic. What you got, Yawasai?
No, I was going to say something after she finished.
But watch this. Read Deuteronomy 7 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3.
Watch this.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Come on.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
And guess what? With these other gods, there's other doctrines, there's other agendas. Understand that. Christianity, like you brought up, Tobiah, Christianity, what comes behind Christianity? White supremacy. Hatred for yourself. Love the Caucasian man, hate yourself as a black and Hispanic. Read on.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly.
Read on.
But thus shall ye deal with them.
This is how we supposed to deal with them, read.
Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire.
Now God told us when you read in Deuteronomy to go through the other nations and destroy their gods, destroy their images. That same thing is even here today. We're not supposed to envy them. We're supposed to destroy all their ways. Our ways is supposed to be of the Bible. That's the images that we are supposed to come to. Not their images, not their gods, not their ideologies. Read on.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto
Because
the Lord
we
thy God.
are holy people. And that's what our people don't understand. And that's what we as a nation, we don't know. And that's why we do stuff like this. That's why we go and we bleed or we skin bleaching, especially among Benji. It's heavy among Benji.
Yeah, we about to get into that.
Because we as a nation don't understand that we are a holy people and we're not supposed to envy the other nations. We ain't supposed to choose none of their ways. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Come on.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
So God made us a special people, and that's what our people don't understand. That's why we do this type of stuff. What are you gonna say?
All right. So I got a theory. You know, it's just a theory. You know what I'm saying? Now it might not happen in this situation, but I have seen where certain situations this can happen. This could be her situation. But I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Right.
When I've been around black rich people, you know, I've been around. I used to have my own business when I lived in North. I had detailing business. I had, I got it was pretty good. It did pretty well. So I started, not being friends, but being around rich people, black rich people. So what rich black people would do, they would shun other black people that's not on their level and still try to conform to white people. You understand? And I see them children seeing that how their parents are and how what they call it, the Buffets. They got a word for it. Rich black people call it Buffet or some kind of word. I can't remember what it was, but it's a word that they call like bougie. Bougie. You can say bougie. You can say bougie. But what I'm saying is that right there, like the kid confused too. The kid like, I can't deal with these kids because they beneath me. I'm only around white kids. I'm only around the Edomites. I'm only around these kids, so I can't be with them because they beneath me. But the only ones who
posted buffer class.
Yeah, the buffer. That's what it is. The buffer class. It's a certain class that they look down on other blacks. So she grew up around whites. You know what I'm saying? So while her daddy was like, he probably seen the racism. But he probably one of the ones who's like, yeah, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like the Michael Jordan be like, you dirty little black kid, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? You go into a black neighborhood, you get the tennis to the only white kid that you see. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when people see that, they envy that. They're like, shoot, but they're getting all the perks, And I see somebody say, well, no black man won't. That's not true. No black man didn't want her. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
That's not true at all. That's black women always trying to pull black men don't want her. No, that's not true. These women be wanting unrealistic men. You know what I'm saying? They be wanting men that don't want them. You know what I'm saying? That's just what
true.
it is. They're not realistic with themselves.
It's just
you
true.
understand? That's just being real. But I digress. But that's what I'm saying.
Hey, get Joshua 23, verse 11.
Sorry, y'all.
That's good enough. Now you're on point. Joshua 23, verse 11. Joshua 23, verse 11. I'm telling you, you marry these other nations, and please believe, like I said, you marry these other nations, ain't nothing but problems in your marriage and relationships, and this be the result of a lot of it, as to why they try to conform and physically alter themselves to be like them. Right. So I'm telling you, ain't nothing but problems. If you marry these other nations, you have nothing but problems. I know I was once married to the other nations. They were nothing but
The Lord said,
Oh man, I feel for you.
the Lord said two different manner of people.
You're right,
Yeah.
two different manner of people.
And that's what he said. That's what he meant. Y'all gonna believe this Bible.
That's right.
Y'all gonna believe in this Bible, whether you believe it or not. You're gonna get this word. You're gonna get this verse.
Read that.
Joshua chapter 23 and verse 11. Take good heed therefore unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God.
So we gotta take good heed to ourselves that we love the Lord your God, because many of these be the same people that say, I love the Lord, I love Jesus. But do you really? Read on.
Else, if ye do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you,
Read.
know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you.
Come on.
But they shall be snares and traps unto
They shall be snares and traps unto you. Problems and issues. Because you can't agree on the same thing. Y'all got two different, y'all come from two, like you said, two different manner of people, two different walks of life. She can't, that Edomite can't sympathize with her when it comes to racial tension amongst tenants.
I got a question for you, because you see both sides. I got a question like this. So I always hear, especially Christians, they always say we all the same people. We the same. God made us all the same. Is that statement true? Because I ain't grew up around white people. I don't have. Can you give us?
I gotta do your head now.
Can you give us a little insight?
Hell,
Because you
no,
been
they not
around
the same.
us.
They not. You're right. I've been around both parties, and I'm telling you, there is a difference, and they show it. The Caucasian race shows that there's a difference. They show us a difference. I had one story, and this is how you know it, like you brought out. They talk about the Christianity to tell you God loves everybody. They suck you into that so that you already know it's all systematic.
Right.
They want you to come away with this Bible and hate yourself, love them. I tell you, it was a Caucasian lady I was dating, and I was at her house. Her father and mother walked in the back door to ask her if she wanted to go to dinner. They seen me and stopped, walked back out. The mother walked back in, said, yes, you come here. Talking about the daughter. Come here. They went outside, talked to her, and we had all these plans. We had planned all kind of stuff. We about to spend the whole day, but whatever. I was wicked as hell. I was simple. We walked outside. She come back in. She was like, you know what? We're gonna have to cancel for tonight. I'm gonna go to my friend's house. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to work then. I called out of work and everything. I get a call from her the next morning. Basically, her parents had told her that if she was to continue to be with me, that they would cut her off. She was rich. She had money. Like, they had bought her a house, and she was only like 18, and he was on the big house up on the hill. Like, they said, I'm gonna cut you completely off. I'm gonna take you out the trust. I'm gonna take you out the inheritance. She cut me off with the quickness. Like I was nothing. And I ain't trying to do the little, well, you know, my mom's wife, they don't care. They don't care if you have an ounce.
Want somebody to tell Chris
ounce. If you have they don't care if you a fraction of Negro in you. They hate you. They hate you. I'm telling you. And you're right. Y'all have been deceived and duped, and that's why y'all run around here like Serena, Little Kim, and Sammy Sosa, bleaching your skin, want to be like you, but they hate you.
And guess what?
They hate you.
Cap, they don't even look like white people. They look like gremlins and monsters. They don't even look like humans. I'm sorry. They do certain. They get these wide nose.
Hey, this is how I know. I got another story because you know open the box. This was right before I came into the truth. I was married to a heathen, and this is what I'm telling you. This is how you know Joshua 20:23 and 13, where it says, "And ye shall be snares and nets and scourges unto your sides," and it ain't nothing but issues and problems. Right? As I was basically telling the heathen that, look, I can't be with you. I read this scripture right here. I can't be with you. Hey, look, God said I gotta separate. She calls her mom over there, and her mom had the audacity. And this is how you know Christianity. They don't give a damn about you. And in their mind, they are the holy ones. She had audacity to say, well, you know, why can't you be with her? Moses married a black woman.
Wow. Oh, now you.
I looked at him like, what you mean Moses was black? What the hell you talking about, Moses? What the, what the, like this is this is how they think of you. They looked at me like, yeah, that's you. You was the beneath one. You was the on the earth. Moses married a black woman. Why can't you be with my holy delightsome? Like you comparing your damn daughter to Moses. I think they hate you.
No, now you see, Captain, see how the tables turn? Once you start seeing yourself with the Bible see you, now they want to be like, wait, hold on. You don't want to be with me? When you ever was in school and you had a crush on somebody, and then when that crush fade away, they want to be like running behind you? They were like, damn, he ain't feeling me no more? No, he ain't feeling you no more. I'm over here now. You know what I'm saying? I got pride in myself. I ain't bending down to you no more. I'm over here. I got pride. I look good. You know what I'm saying? You know, girls are like me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Cap.
Now watch this. Give me say 1 Ezra 8, verse 69. 1 Ezra 8, verse 69. You got that next video? Yeah. It's 1 Ezra 8 and 69. Watch this.
1 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 69.
Come on.
The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests and Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land.
And that's our issue. We have not put away the strange people. Yeah, we're in captivity, but we have not put away the strange people of the land as far as their doctrines, their philosophies. Read on.
Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles.
Because all this is pollutions. Their religion is a pollution. Their politics are pollutions. Their ideologies are pollutions. Understand that. Remember, media. What's the word I'm looking for? Media, what they behold as the what beauty is. What do they put as beauty in the media? Long, stringy, blonde hair, light skin, high cheekbones, a cardboard back. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is the epitome of beauty in today's society, today's media, and that's what our sisters see. So what do they try to do? They put them wigs on. They freaking put their relaxer in their hair and get their hair straight and blonde it. They try to get some of them, if they got the money, they gonna get plastic surgery to get them high cheekbones, them manly cheekbones, and some of them bleach. They skin to be lighter. Some of them use makeup to make themselves lighter because why? They're trying to basically fit in and conform to what society has deemed beautiful, and that's what we're reading. We have not put away the pollutions of the Gentiles. That's a pollution. It's polluting our daughters and men too. Understand that? Brothers y'all ain't exempt either. We gonna get on y'all too.
Yep.
What you got?
Well, you said what society called beautiful, or what society called accepted. Because even on the job, they try to say you gotta straighten your hair, you can't get the thick woolly hair. So everybody's supposed to know this, man. Christianity get me mad, man. They've been pushing that on our people, man.
They don't want you to have no pride about yourself.
Our people destroyed, as the captain was bringing out, because they don't have the knowledge, right? They don't have the knowledge about the truth, right? But they push that on our people and keep us spiritually and mentally destroyed.
Watch this. Give us Psalm 13 and 3. Because the Bible tell you who the true author of beauty is. And this is the medicine that our people need to get off of this sick nonsense. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 3.
Read.
With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is. For the first author of beauty has created.
The first author of beauty. God was the author of beauty. And you read in Daniel, he had hair like the pure wool. Like the pure wool. But because he broke God's commandments, now we're envying our oppressor. Now we forgotten that. We forgotten that woolly hair that God gave us, we got it from him. He's the first author of beauty. We got that Christ-like hair, that God-like hair. What you got, y'all, son?
Wow. He read that out of the Bible. Jesus. And what are your opinions is? Hold on. There's another video.
So real amongst our people for themselves that they teach it to their kids. Understand that this new society is getting jacked up. They teach it to these kids. Watch this. Play that. And I ain't gonna lie. I played this. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, well, are you serious? Read. Play that. I bleached my daughter's skin. Look at it.
It's completely fine. But when it comes to my children, I do not joke. Capiche?
Pause that. Go back to 1 Ezra 8. Read verse 69 and 70 again.
1 Ezra chapter 8 verse 69.
And this is the mind state of many of our sisters. That's why they go out and get married. Understand, that's why they go out and marry people of the other nations. Because they don't want they want their kids to have the stringy hair and the blue eyes and all that. Read verse 70. Verse 70.
For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people.
That's the mentality of our people. We ain't put away the pollutions of the other nations, and we marry the seed of the other nations, and now the holy seed is mixed. And many of our sisters, they want to mix it because they hate themselves. They hate their hair. This sister went to the point where she started bleaching her own daughter. But that's why many of you, especially you sisters, go and get men of the other nations. Even you brothers, because there was a video I ain't posted, but it was a brother talking about I can't be with a dark skinned sister because look at me, I'm dark. I can't do that to him. I gotta get somebody nice so he as dark as me. Yeah. That's the mentality. We're gonna get with these other nations. Why? Because we want our kids to have
black men have said that. I heard black men said the same thing. That's true.
Different color eyes, the light complexion.
I've heard black men say that.
Read verse 70 again.
Verse 70. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity.
I've heard black men say stuff like that. They couldn't they didn't want to have someone with a dark skinned baby, because they were dark skinned. You know, it should be about the character of a person, not what their skin tone is. And so and it's the same way with the women. So this is what they're addressing. So it's very interesting that it's a different primary view from the Bible, what they're coming from. It's not about hatred. It's about getting to solve a problem with self-esteem and things. You know, and how this is what racism had went to a whole different level as far as when it comes to African Americans right now. This is the reason why it's such a spirit of, strife and violence and stuff. And it's something in the mind. This is what they're pulling out. I mean, you may agree with it, you may not agree with it, but they're making some good points. Some points, there's certain things I agree with, there's certain things I'm not sure with it, but they do make some good points. And I've encountered that stuff myself, what he was saying about the parents and stuff. Yeah, there's some people like that they would disown their children. That's a fact. Because dealing with another person, this is again, I said in the previous video that everybody, black people are the low totem pole. Even though they're the most entertaining, athletic, and musical people on the planet, you still lower the totem pole as far as marriage into the family. And what it is. With some people, that's with some people. But this is what it is. Well, they're just telling from the biblical standpoint of view. But this ain't just. But it's really interesting.
So we got a real psychological problem. Shit, we have a serious. This is 911.
Oh shit.
We are selling our souls. Our women don't want to be black anymore. The low self-esteem is caught up with them.
my new sisters is the same way. Straight hair like a white lady, but go to the mosque and put them things over their head. Take them things off. They all fried down and laid to the side. Ain't no difference. They just got costumes on. Them sisters in the Nation of Islam ain't got no natural hair. As a matter of fact, Elijah Muhammad taught that natural hair was negative and that our hair used to be straight. Nut shit, but you're not fucking with Elijah, but a lot of their concepts and shit was nut shit, you know.
Wow, I didn't know that part.
Like going against it, brother, you know, he did his thing, but you know, that's listening to some people from India and Arabs, right? That Indian and Arab shit, you know what I mean? But still, he did a good job. You know, don't bad me. You know what I'm saying? They did used to beat up militants and throw them out the mosque, so I'm just saying. Revolutionaries used to get beat up and throw that in there. They used to mock the afros and shit. You know what I mean? So I be giving brothers a pass a little bit based on their era and giving them a little. I don't really be going hard like that because it's a past era. So there ain't no need of me, you know, trashing the shit. But when you talk about the sisters with their hair, nah, they look, you know, once they go take that shit off, they look just like anybody else. They don't look no different. You know what I'm saying? They overweight and all that. You understand? What you mean? I was here. What you mean? I was here. Elijah Muhammad taught that shit. That shit is in the, man, we got a collection of final calls. Elijah Muhammad taught that shit. They got a picture with brothers with an afro and old final calls from the 60s. They got some brothers and sisters with an afro, and then they got white people with their hair out looking like cavemen and compare the Black Power movement to the cavemen and cavewomen. That's a fact. Put your money up, Libra King. $5,000. Bet. Put a location. Hit me on Instagram. Put up $5,000. I'll bet $5,000 I can prove to you Elijah Muhammad taught against the afro and natural hair and beat up black country people and threw them out the mosque over there on 7. I'm in Iraq. You know I'm in Iraq. You lose your money. 5,000. I can't argue with you. No, it's all in the final call, brother. It's in a lot of final calls. It's in the final call, brother. How old are you? How old are you, Libra King? Let's do that first. How old are you? How old are you?
I'll go to church next week.
Okay, you're a baby. Stay in your lane. You wasn't even here when all this shit happened. 47. Bro, you born in 1970 something? What do you know? I can't waste my time. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's a baby. You know, we got the collection. You know, there's the big book with the collection of all the final calls in it, man.
I know Nation of Islam did that. Wow,
I can't waste my time with you.
Wow, I didn't even know that one. That Elijah Muhammad threw some people out of the game because they were afros.
The Indian dude brought all that shit over here and all that. People that know the real story know the dude that Elijah's wife went to. You know what I mean? People know the real story, know that Elijah was a drunk. His wife was going to a mosque listening to a dude. Took Elijah to the mosque. That's the dude, right? So all that philosophy came from that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was some Indian shit from India. That's racist as hell. It's a mixture of Islam and some Indian shit. You know what I mean? You're a baby comparatively speaking. You're speaking about an era you don't know nothing about. Anyway, I can't really keep talking to you. I'm gonna have to put you on timeout because you're kind of fucking up my conversation with that shit. You don't know what the fuck you talk about. I mean, shit. You've been in 2 wars. That just means you just been a flunky for the white man. To me, that don't mean nothing. That just means that don't make you black because you went and fought for the white man for 2 wars and shit. Like, that just means, you know what I'm saying? black man. See what I'm saying? Some shit I read when he was in grade school. Niggas be dumb. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with Mustafa. Anyway. I keep telling the man I'm from Chicago. Man, act like he retired or something. So yeah. Basically still, you go to the mosque, the sister of the nation of Islam got straight hair under that shit. Dude full of shit, okay? The sister of the nation of Islam got straight hair like white lady hair, Friday hair, and put them things on top of it. They do not have no natural black hair. Dude full of shit, okay? They take that shit off and they look just like they sing with SWV. He know it and I know it. He know that shit ain't real. And he knows that today they're not sticking to the dietary plans. They all fat, not shape and shit. He ain't on that like that. For Islam is. Yeah, the sisters got them things on their head, but they have straight fried. Ain't no consciousness when you take them outfits off. Them outfits. You understand? So man, you know, so Serena did that shit to herself, and it's an epidemic in the black community. The black woman is selling herself. You know what I'm saying? Try this. Do the black women in the Nation of Islam got straight hair under them things? Yes or no? Do the black women in the Nation of Islam got perms under them things they got on their head? Yes or no? Real simple. So we talk about hair, and we talk about the black woman altering herself. Yes or no? Alright then, end the fucking story. Where you live at? What city you live in? I was going to Savior's Day before y'all was born.
Joshua chapter 23 and verse 11. Take good heed therefore unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God.
Whatever the fuck you accept, that don't mean I accept shit bogus. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is niggas is fake. The Hebrews, Nation of Islam, whatever, niggas ain't black. Okay? You say you love Allah, but you got white lady hair. I mean, you got low self-esteem. If you're a black woman in the Nation of Islam and you straighten your hair, you got low self-esteem. Because Allah's supposed to be perfect, right? Therefore, Allah made you perfect, right? Okay, so why you altering yourself if Allah made you perfect? If you straighten your hair, that means Allah made a fucking mistake. If you straighten your hair, that means Jesus made a mistake. God made a mistake. Period. End the fucking story. If you are straightening your hair and altering yourself, then your God fucked your head up. You don't like how your God made you. Period. Whether you in Demona or whether you over there on 73rd Street. If you don't like your natural hair, you are saying that your God made a mistake. Period. Okay? I ain't gonna throw the minister under the bus, but I was in LA when he said some words. This is don't play with me. I'm being nice. I'm playing nice because I fuck with the Nation of Islam. I'm just saying them niggas not black like me. That's like bootleg black shit. That shit ain't legit. Neither is the Hebrew Israelites. Niggas is fish traveling when it comes to God and the creation. Niggas is fish traveling. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is fish traveling when it comes to God. They don't really believe in God. You know what I'm saying? They don't really believe God is perfect. They might have all the religion on the outside, but the inside they got self-esteem.
I was at her house. Her father and mother walked in the back door to ask her if she wanted to go to dinner. They seen me and stopped, walked back out. The mother walked back in and said, yes, come here. talking about the daughter. Come here, and they went outside, talked to her again. We had all these plans. We had planned all kinds of stuff. We about to spend the whole day, but whatever. I was wicked as hell. I was simple. As hell. We walked outside. She went back in. She was like, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to work then. I called out of work and everything. I get a call from her the next morning. Basically, her parents told her that if she was to continue to be with me, that they would cut her off. She was rich. She had money. Like, they had bought her a house, and she was only like 18, and he was on the big house up on the hill. Like, they said, I'm gonna cut you completely off. I'm gonna take you out the trust. I'm gonna take you out the heritage. She cut me off with the quickness. Like I was nothing, and they even I even tried to do the little. Well, you know, my mom's wife. They don't care. They don't care if you have an ounce.
Won't somebody tell Chris
ounce? If you have they don't care if you a fraction of Negro in you. They hate you. They hate you. I'm telling you. And you're right. Y'all have been deceived and duped, and that's why y'all run around here like Serena, Little Kim, and Sammy Sosa. Bleaching your skin, want to be like you, but they hate you.
And guess what? They hate you. Cap, they don't even look like white people. They look like gremlins, monsters. They don't even look like humans. I'm sorry. They do certain. They get these wide nose.
And this is how I know. I got another story. You know, open the box. This was right before I came into the truth. I was married to a heathen, and this is what I'm telling you. This is how you know. Joshua 20, 23 and 13, where it says, and ye shall be snares and nets and scourges unto your sides, and there ain't no but issues and problems. Right. As I was basically telling the heathen that, look, I can't be with you. I read this scripture right here. I can't be with you. And God said I gotta separate. She calls her mom over there, and her mom had the audacity. And this is how you know Christianity. They don't give a damn about you. And in their mind, they are the Holy. She had audacity to say, why can't you be with her? Moses married a black woman.
Wow. Oh, now you.
I look at her like, what you mean Moses was black? What the hell you talking about, Moses? What the? Like this is how they think of you. They looked at me like, yeah, that's you. You was the beneath one. You was on the earth. Moses married a black woman. Why can't you be with my holy delightsome? Like you comparing your damn daughter to Moses. I think they hate you.
No, now you see, Cap, see how the tables turn? Once you start seeing yourself when the Bible see you, now they want to be like, wait, hold on. You don't want to be with me? Well, you ever was in school?
The darker the woman is, the straighter her head. Now dark sisters straighten that shit. You know, like if a sister light skin, she'll straighten it, but she'll put some bounce to it. But if she dark, she have it straight, where it look like needles at the end to try to make up for that skin. I know dark skinned sisters, I see them on Instagram, and you'll see a dark skinned sister, you'll see her pictures on Instagram. But then sometimes you'll see her pictures in the hood, and she way darker than she is on Instagram. She using filters. So the dark skinned sisters using filters and shit to try to make themselves look a little bit lighter, because they don't even like being dark like that. Then when you see the real her, you're like, damn, she's 3 shades darker than she is on Instagram. What the hell going on? Oh, they using filters. Them filters is all designed to make your nose look different. The makeup, you can put it on a way to make your nose look smaller. You understand? The makeup's put on to make your nose smaller. The makeup's put on to make you look lighter. You know, my grandmama never used to pack that makeup on and look lighter. And it's a shame to see, you know, we got real black at one time in the 60s. Then they just reversed it. And now we have an epidemic where we're not proud of ourselves no more. The black woman not proud of herself no more. And the black man condoned it. And the black man is sitting there supporting this woman, and this woman taking billions of dollars and taking it to these salons and these beauty supply stores, and all that money being shipped out the country. Because see, you selling straight hair, but if you don't grow the straight hair, then you ain't from the rooter to the tutor. In business, if you wanna get in the marijuana business, okay, you're gonna start buying marijuana from somebody open your dispensary. But the ultimate is to what? To grow your own. You're not really on the boss status unless you can grow the marijuana yourself. You ain't on boss status unless you got the direct hooked up with the farm to sell your. But see, if we sell the straight hair, we gotta get it from the Asians, cause we don't grow straight hair. So how can we monopolize the business where we don't produce what we sell it? In India and Asia, they produce that out their hair. So they getting the first money off the top.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So we got our women buying Asian hair trying to open up black beauty salons, but how's it a black beauty salon when it's a beauty salon promoting an Asian or a white image? There ain't nothing black about that. So they say the black woman open a beauty salon. It's not a black beauty salon because they're not selling blackness. They selling Euro-Asianism. Teaching our daughters that you ugly unless you look like you Asian or you mixed. Colorism in 2021. It affected Serena so bad, they called her all kind of names. Look at Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama had her hair straight as she could get it because she's a dark-skinned woman. And every time you dark skin, they call you a monkey, call you a gorilla. That's just based on the color of your skin. Michelle Obama's very beautiful. But why did they call her a man? Why did they give it because of dark skin? Why did they call Serena a man? Why did they call because of their dark skin?
That's true. That's true right there.
When you get a lot of lighter skinned black people and you put them in a position, they can ignore it. So for a long time, black people have ignored colorism because the leaders is all light skinned. So why would they say something? If you look at Hollywood, just look at everybody's complexion, you'll see.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They only hire you if you're dark skinned because they absolutely need you to play certain dark skinned characters. That's it. Other than that, you wouldn't even get a job. Colorism is crazy. And the black man is supporting this. And so now it's just a gang of young rap girls coming out. They all got that yellow hair. They all high yellow. And they're like a bitch, a bitch, a bitch. And they doing some real black hood shit. This was the weirdest shit ever. And it's like they trying not to look black, but they're doing the most ghetto shit that they can do.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's true. That's true. I've seen it in video. That's true.
And the men going for it, and society is painting these women as this is beauty. Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, that is beauty. If you don't have that complexion, if you don't have that hair hanging down like a white girl, you're not beautiful. You're not beautiful. In order for you to be beautiful, you gotta look like they tell you to look, which is generating a whole lot of money for everybody except us. It's causing all kinds of psychological problems with our women. And then they sell it to the men believe it. When the men believe it, then it's over with. Once the men believe that, the women gonna keep doing it because the men believe that. The black man support that. Before I start talking, you got brothers over here with excuses and tap dancing around the issue. Instead of saying, brother, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. It's colorism all in the Nation of Islam and in the Hebrew Israelites. Straight like that. It's colorism. The darker people are not really getting no real positions in none of these type of situations we got. The whole Shemite thing is colorism. The whole Shemite, Hamite, hate the Hamite is a disguise for colorism. Don't like the darker Africans. Okay? So they identified as Hamites. Right? By a lot of Hebrew Israelite brothers that got the white family members. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So many Hebrews like talking about they Shemites. Bro, you ain't no Shemite. You mixed. Bro, you got Spanish blood and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden you know you got Spanish blood, so you're trying to make up a new Hebrew doctrine. No, these brothers, this is the 12 tribes, is here and there and there, to make up a doctrine to fit the fact that you came from the Caribbean, you mixed breed. You know what I'm saying? You ain't black like that. And so now they got all this weird Hebrew Israel shit. If you look at all this Hebrew Israelites, all that shit new, they wasn't teaching none of that shit in the 80s. Now they made up all the, they got a whole new thing. Native Americans is Hebrew now. All type of weirdo shit. Just make it up as they go. And our women got psychological problems based on this. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at Serena, you're looking at serious psychological damage. She's married to a white man. You cannot even imagine the damage. You cannot imagine the little things he's saying and doing. And how he's manipulating the wealth from her. It's basically, it's deep. It's real deep. Same thing with the guy in England that married the sister. You know what it is. You understand? You understand? And these are subjects nobody want to talk about, because you see, before I started talking about it, people came over and act like they know everything. They tried to cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to admit it's all up in these religions, it's all up in these churches, it's all up in Hollywood, it's in all that shit, it's colorism. The next person to take over the nation of Islam will be a lighter skinned person. It will not be a dark skinned brother. Facts. Put your money up. Facts, it's going to be a lighter skinned person. Guaranteed. It's probably going to be Mustafa. It ain't going to be no dark brother. You understand? We've been thoroughly integrated and confused mentally. Black is not black no more. Or Nuri, yep. Or Nuri. It ain't gonna be no dark brother. You understand? Our whole soul has been sold down the drain. Bro, it's a disaster. The brothers is eating it up. That's the idea of a fine woman. When you see the brothers, when you look at Hollywood and you see them on the red carpet, look at how the women look and how they are portraying the women. It's a certain look is a 10, and it's a light skinned look. You understand? It's a light skinned look. It's the ultimate beauty. That's the ultimate beauty. We're not doing natural hair or nothing like that. Cut all your hair off like a good slave.
I grew up with like white people like that. They spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on just tanning, trying to be dark skinned and trying to be dark complexion. They go get the lip injections. They go do all they want, because the Bible is a true book. And thy renown went among forth the heathen for thy beauty. We're the most beautiful people on this earth. Right. And these other nations want to be like it, but we can't see.
I want to finish this real quick.
Hey, finish this real quick. Because watch what it says. It's going to go back to what you just said, Cap. Read on.
For it was perfect through my coming.
It was perfect through. We want to leave God's laws the way we look. We want to look like them. We want to leave his laws. We want to act like them. Read.
Which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord God.
Watch this. Read.
No, you got to read that again. Read that verse again. Verse 14.
Verse 14. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. For it was perfect through
because our beauty was perfect through
my comeliness,
through God's comeliness, through God's beautifulness.
Right.
You know, a black type of white man, the way he
Which I had
dresses, he
put
carries
upon
himself like a
God
white
put
mouth.
upon us.
Black niggas don't dress like that, punk.
He was the first author of beauty.
He dressed like a white
Put
model.
that beauty on us.
Ain't nothing black about you.
Like these freaking
You're not black about it, huh? You don't represent black people.
these freaking lizards.
You represent the gentrification of the way we look. They gentrifying our look.
These freaking lizards.
You know what I mean?
Freaking leprosy and
They gentrifying our looks.
skin cancer.
Read on. Watch this.
Verse 15. But thou didst
Just go back to what you say. What?
The black man is all pussy and shit. So he letting the woman dictate. You only got two types of black men. You got the pussy nigga and the rapper. The rapper
the harlot because of thy renown.
gets a lot of love. He's like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the girl's gonna go for it like, fuck y'all. I got tattoos on my face. Fuck y'all. So that's the strong, that's what they're going with. Then they got the other one. He a pussy. He wanna go, maybe have 5 figures, 6 figures, get married, pay for everything. He's a hoe and the woman is the pimp. They're trying to make the black woman be the pimp to make sure that she send her man out to bring the money back home. You know what I'm saying? You only got those type of people. You got the pimp, you got the madam, you got the hoe, you got the trick. That's all you got. White man needs to be a hoe.
Take it off. Give me Isaiah 3.
Because
you what she said. She's like, I don't care what you do.
Like men, all make his words just like a pimp. The black woman talk like a pimp.
This is the mentality about people. Give me
You talking about you gonna do this, you gonna do
Isaiah
whatever.
chapter
I don't
3
give a
verse
fuck.
12.
You know what I'm
As
saying?
for my people,
Somebody said it look like the Adams family. You're right. You like
That's what they talking about, city girls and all that.
children
They got the black man talking about you can have whatever you like.
women rule
You
over
can have whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy you everything. You know?
That's why all the family.
That's what he talking about. Now he got a whole bunch of money he can throw on that.
That's why she's
You know what I'm saying? He gonna throw money on him.
you know it ain't no father in there.
Throw money, and if you can't throw a lot of money on him, you ain't the man. If I can't go throw a bunch of money on some hoes, then you ain't popping. If I can't buy you no $800 bag and shit, purses and shit,
and destroy the
you're like, I get you a Birkin bag, I get you this and that. See what I'm saying?
Because we just read about all the.
They show themselves buying their women cars and shit. Look, I bought a car. 3 years later, he broke or he in prison for scamming, some kind of scam. She go off with the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fucking our community up. My daughter's gonna be confused as hell. They all gonna have low self-esteem because they ain't gonna be beautiful to the men. You understand?
The Bible describes our people to a T.
You say without the economy you'll be able to capitulate. No, you ain't gonna never have an economy. You ain't gonna never have an economy until you be black first. You know, you can give me Tom Lennyford, I'll eat them alive. Until you carry yourself with a black image, you'll never have a motherfucking no money. I talked about that yesterday. You'll never have no type of economics if you don't exuberate culture first. You can give me both of them, I eat them like, they ain't about no culture or nothing like that. They talking stupid shit. You'll never have nothing, right? Unless you exuberate culture. Period. You look at the Chinese culture. You look at the white man culture. He sells his white culture. He sells you his white culture. His culture is blonde hair, blue eye. He sells Nicki Minaj blonde hair. be like me. I'm the white man. You better get some blonde hair on your head. You better get some straight hair on your head, and you better lighten your skin, and you better get involved with my culture. And I'm going to get rich off of it. Just like that. You only gonna get money off of culture. But we ain't got no culture. The black man ain't got no culture. He's a dickhead. The black man ain't got no culture. He's busy arguing with other niggas over stupid shit. The black man ain't got no culture. You look at the conscious community, it's a bunch of niggas with no culture, with some fake names. They ain't even their real motherfucking names, sitting around babbling and shit. But they don't exuberate no culture. They can get off them shows or whatever they got, put on some regular Negro clothes, and they look just like a motherfucker at the church. And you look at the nigga and say, this nigga just like somebody at the church. What's the difference in you and the church niggas? You understand? So a black man don't exuberate no type of culture like that. None. We ain't got no culture. We don't even want to get rid of our slave names. So how we gonna make some money? How you gonna compete with a motherfucker really known, going by his Asian name, going by his Arab name, going by his Indian name? Indians get money, they got an Indian name. Chinese get money, he got a Chinese name.
That's true.
White man get money, his name's Lewinsky or something. He got a white name.
Yes, that's true.
We got a white name. How we gonna get money?
That's true.
Everybody get money, got their own name, their own style, their own shit.
That's true. That's true. And elders tell the truth.
Except us. We copying somebody else. You damn right if you got blonde hair and you rapping.
It's in Jamaica.
Bleaching their skin for a drastically lighter complexion. But why in a country where over 90% of the population is black? Population is black, would people desire white skin? Join me as I journey deep into the world of skin bleaching in Jamaica. When I bleach and I catch a really white color, it's even whiter than the real.
Them go crazy. Them like, yo, you're pretty, you're white, you're just white, I'm pretty. So
how often do you bleach your skin?
Every day. White like Michael Jackson face.
Tell you, first time to try to get white, I use that Alloderm thing there, put it on my face. I mean, I tell you, say, give me a reaction, make my face come like them sauce and fish there.
Like, Benji be outright with it, but everyone that does that, they're trying to be white.
Right, that's what they say. That's what all three of them just said. When they try to get white.
Play on.
Me a reaction, make my face come like them sauce and fish there in a while.
You got a reaction.
You know, specker. You even know them fish there, specker. You know what I'm saying? Black and thing, it look like we are white. You see me?
When did you decide that you wanted to try it out, and like what really gave you that push to actually go out and do it?
Well, you know, me have like one whole heap of bump on my face and all over, so one day I with some bleachings, we actually use some on my face and we see bump them. Like them I move like 3 nights and the bump them gone, and then he give me this smooth looks and everything what I like.
Every man say nothing come along.
I want y'all to see this real quick. Go ahead, play it.
Coffee and sunshine in the summer song. Everyone play jump to back on. Coffee and umbrella cause the sun above.
You see they praising that thing. That thing is pushed in certain places. Go to 650.
Said if you ain't a bleacher, go back home.
He said if you ain't a bleacher, go back home. I didn't catch that one. For the 650.
Think they're selling out.
No, go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. Yeah, right there.
Maybe they want to change something with themselves.
Why do you think they're selling out?
Because they don't know themselves. Them just want to look like white while they never could.
You heard me say they don't know themselves. They don't know who they are. So shoot, I might as well be like them. They don't have no identity. Play on.
Them just want to look like white while they never could. All of them bleach.
When Jamaica was owned by the British, they were offspring of white people who were light complexioned. And they were the ones getting the jobs. They were the teachers, the nurses. Certainly you could not work in a bank if you were not light complexioned.
Now press pause. So now you gotta pay attention to what she's saying. That's heavy. It's imagery, all that. So you go to hating yourself. I can't be a teacher if I'm not light skinned, and kids see that. People see that, they start like, well, shoot, I can't be
I don't know, they got no father and shit like that.
And that's what our people do.
That's why a real nigga out here to talk to you.
Understand? But guess what's gonna stop that?
I don't hold shit against y'all.
Because you do have heritage. You do have,
y'all. I'm just dropping the knowledge so you plant the seed so you can change. You gotta fucking change.
To make you know that black
change
is
anyway.
Because they be destroyed, like mentally.
Yes. You gonna change anyway.
What are you doing?
I already know that. I'm just
hey, what you
helping
say,
it along.
Cap, that's right.
All that shit gonna be out the way.
For the IT team.
All that blonde hair and all that shit.
Certainly you could not work in a bank if you were not light complexion.
So from people promulgate this bleaching.
You understand? All that shit gonna be over. It's gonna be a change.
People are the ones who are more likely to be employed.
It's gonna be a
Those
change.
of them who want
It's gonna happen naturally.
Some of them are the ones.
Look on this way.
This is a psychological problem. They probably have the syndrome called body dysmorphia.
They got a syndrome called they envy the white man. That's what the syndrome is called.
They're not affording on average. They can't pay them. They can't send them people to school.
Because why black people bleaching is just because of poverty. You understand what I'm saying? That's poverty.
Wait, hold on, you see how you got
people ain't have fathers and shit like that.
So Venus Williams, she living in
poverty.
I couldn't be.
She living in poverty. Venus Williams living in poverty. Michael Jackson was living in poverty.
Come up in a different economical situation, different social situation. It makes it hard for
that's what I'm saying.
My father
hey,
get a house for $200, $250 a month, no problem. And I come up and can't do that. How can I be a good father with him when he got come up in a whole different circumstance?
You envy your oppressor. That's what you want to look at. It ain't because no bumps on your face. It ain't because you really poor. It ain't because of that. You envy them.
That's right.
You want to be like them. You look like monsters and aliens and gremlins and monsters.
That's beauty. Yeah, they do. Hey, play the next video.
So the circumstances
when I just get y'all interrupted everybody.
1950, yeah, but in 1950.
Play that one. Watch this, yeah.
You can't expect a man in
Common among African, Asian, Caribbean, and Middle East women. Listen to Nigerian musician Femi Kuti having time.
When the bleaching propaganda was getting so negative, they had to come up with Tony. So it's see, bleaching sounds too hard. Now it's Tony. I don't bleach.
Tony.
I tone.
The process of using soft
now look at the process.
treatments to
he said I comb.
They gotta peel it off.
by reducing the content of melanin present. Most often the flawless clear skin obtained through bleaching is not permanent, but needs to be maintained using other whitening products. The truth is that skin bleaching does not get rid of melanin permanently, basically because the skin is in constant renewal through the formation of new melanin by melanin.
Stop. So what she was explaining was it has to be maintained by other whitening agents. It has to, because the skin bleaching is now, you can't get rid of melanin because the skin is constantly
recessive, not us.
Right, the skin is constantly in renewal. So you have to keep doing this and keep doing, and it will kill you.
What the white men usually
It's killing our people. Watch this.
So white men are not usually married black women anyway.
Because remember, she said it can't be maintained. It cannot be maintained, so you have to keep using other whitening agents. And you have to keep doing it over and over. Understand this, just like the hair industry, Esau is going to profit off this. Watch this. Get this article. This is from the Business of Fashion. Watch this. And you see the image.
So he can be back.
The image they put up is an image of a black woman, half black, and the other side white.
Tina Turner married Tina Turner, but it was all exploiting still.
Getting rich from the skin lightening trade.
The skin lightening trade. Getting rich from the skin lightening trade.
You can exploit a person.
And some of y'all gonna know some of these beauty suppliers. Read that.
You know what I'm saying?
Beauty giants like Unilever and L'Oreal.
Y'all know L'Oreal. Sisters, y'all know L'Oreal.
Woman. She looked like a damn fool. The black woman looked like a straight jackass.
It's a makeup company.
Okay, yeah. Always walking around all that motherfucking straight hair and spending all that money going to them shops buying all that straight hair to the point where she could be fat with a big stomach and look like a mess, but she still get up that shit in her head.
$20 billion.
And that's
I want you to
scroll down. Get that hair down.
Scroll down. $1 billion business.
She ain't got to be about nothing else, but still won't work out, won't exercise.
So they can afford this?
It's just like your weave. It's just like your wigs. It's just like your lace fronts, your hair pieces. It's the same thing. They're profiting off our people envying them, and they profiting off. Read that. $1 billion business.
$1 billion business. According to a report from global industry analysts, the skin lightening industry will mushroom into a $23 billion business by 2020. An AC Nielsen report from as far back as 2009 estimated that in India alone, more than $432 million worth of skin whitening products were being consumed annually.
Watch this. Give me Lamentations 4 and 17. All person is going to profit off it, and you think these people care for you, and you think these people hate you. Understand that. Understand the hatred behind you. Major beauty supply companies wanting to sell skin lightening and bleaching agents for you to bleach your skin. That is killing you. It cannot be. I don't care what you say. It can't be about.
Nation of Islam. Pan-Africans ain't black. Pan-Africans.
Come on.
Everybody got
Bro, read that.
They don't represent
Matter of fact, go to Luke 1. I'm sorry. Luke 1 and 7.
I'm sorry about myself. I'm the only one talking
because they hate you.
All type of subjects. If
they
you look
hate
at everybody else, they stuck.
God lets you know that they hate you. Read that.
If you look at everybody,
give me Micah 2.
They like them. They in a box. Every motherfucking black person out here.
Luke chapter 1 and verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
That's why Christ gotta come. Christ gotta come. Because we are in the land of our enemies. I'm telling you, this is some diet, this is some old, they want to turn you like a $10 to $20 billion industry.
Whoever box they got.
That's a lot of money.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Guess what? We are in the hand of
those that hate us. Micah 2 and 1. It's everybody.
Micah 2 verse 1.
We're in the hand of
all that hate us. Because we just look at the process. Then you gotta peel your whole skin off. Now they got other ones that like you in the video, they got creams and stuff, and you see he's like I have reactions and spots all over my face. Of course it's bleach.
And they said to go back to I keep harping on what the dude said you gotta be in private.
Person can marry who they want to marry.
We rewind to go back a little bit in that video I just played. They talk about
we in poverty because we spend our money buying weaves and Tony cream.
The guy said if you maintaining the whiteness, if you have buying the cream, they know you rich because the cream are not cheap. It's not cream, right? He said the cream is not cheap. So for you to have the cream, you have to have status. It show you have status. It's like people wearing Jordans today, like Jordans over here, like Jordans are $1,000 pants, stuff like that. Whatever they do over here, so they got status. It's like over there with the cream. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a crop. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Them billions of dollars, we know it ain't coming from Chinese, Caucasian, or none of these nations.
No, at all. It's coming from our people. Read that, Micah 2 and 1.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
You understand? There's some evil stuff right here. There's some evil, wicked stuff right here. To basically create an industry for bleaching skin. And I tell you, they're going to have the ads behind it. The media going to be behind it. They're going to make it normal for you It's gonna be the norm. Read on.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
And guess what? They got the power to do this. That's why we need the Bible as a nation of people. God got to return to destroy this place.
Right.
Now watch this. Give me the next video. Cause hey, look, it ain't just you sisters either. Give me the next one. No, we ain't got time for that. I wanted to play that one. We ain't got time. Yeah, give me that one, bro. I want to play this one because hey, he made a point. He made a very good point. Play this. Because it ain't just the sisters either. Hey, and we just watched the video with the dude on that top with the soap case. Yeah. Play that.
Politically, my issue is like it seems like they're very far apart. Is this real?
And it's
because I believe that too many black men want to be white men.
What?
Yes, I said it.
Hold on. You're gone too far.
That's interesting take.
You think you're going to be a white man?
That's a
oh, pause it. Give me Ciroc 19 and $20. And you're exactly right. A lot of black men, that goes back to what you was talking about, the buffer class. A lot of black men want to be white men. Read that, Ciroc 19 and 29. And you can see it. The Bible tells you how to see it. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19 and verse 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance.
We see you. We see the clothes you wear. We see the bleaching of the skin, some of y'all. You see the women you marry. You want to be them. Read on.
When thou meetest him, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
A man's attire, excessive laughter, and how he walks, it shows you what he is. So hey, I agree with him. It is a lot of our black men, they want to be white men. They envy their oppressor. Even in the scriptures we had that. Give me a second of Maccabees 4. Watch this.
You might not be buying the hair, but you want to the way you act, the way you move, the way you deal with your people. Look, the Klan don't even have to kill us no more.
No, they don't.
The Klan don't. They sit back and we do it. That's how you act like them.
Start at verse 9. Watch this.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 9.
And a lot of y'all, this y'all have the spirit of Jason upon y'all. Many of our black entertainers, religious leaders, politicians. This is y'all's spirit. Read that.
Beside this, he promised to assign 150 more, if he might have license to set him up a place for exercise, and for the training up of youth in the fashions of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus.
Come on, he wanted to set up a place of exercise to train up the youth in the fashions of the heathen. He wanted to train people up to be like the heathens. Read on.
Which when the king had granted, and he had gotten into his hand the rule.
Now this talking about Jason. Read on.
He forthwith brought his own nation to the Greek fashion.
He brought his own nation to the Greek fashion. And that's the mentality of many of our brothers and sisters today in society. They want to bring us as a nation into the Greek fashion. Read on. Jump down to verse 14. Matter of fact, read on. Start at verse 12.
Verse 12. For he built gladly a place of exercise.
I said he built gladly a place of exercise. It wasn't no hesitation. Why? Because he wanted to be them. Read on.
Under the tower itself.
Under the tower itself. Come on.
And brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat.
Made them wear a hat. The athletes. Come on.
Now such was the height of Greek fashions, and increase of the heathenish manners, through the exceeding profaneness of Jason.
Come on.
That ungodly wretch, and no high priest.
And that's why you see in this society, they set up many black leaders, so-called black leaders, to do what? This very thing right here. And that's why you see the way they move. They want to bring people to that Greekish fashion or that American fashion. That's why they set them up. They set up your Jesse Jacksons, your Al Sharptons, your what's the new senator? What was his name?
I don't know people.
the senator, the dude that basically said America ain't a racist, your Kamala Harris.
I don't even know
these
his name.
people are set up in these places. Why? To bring us back to the Grecian fashion, the Greek fashion. It's that same spirit here today. Read on.
Verse 14. That the priest had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
And it was so bad, the priest didn't even have the courage to go to the altar. Yeah, Tim Scott. Yeah, we read about Tim Scott.
I'm watching.
It says, read that verse again.
But that the priest had no courage to serve anymore at the altar.
Basically, to hell with God's commandments. They didn't even have the courage to go and serve at the altar. Come on.
They're doing that today.
Yeah.
But despising the temple.
Come on.
And neglecting the sacrifices.
Read.
Hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise.
They ran to it, because understand what was going on in this time. This was what Jason set up was a gymnasium, a place of exercise, which if you understand, back in Greek culture, they was in there naked. Because that was a place to be naked. It ain't no coincidence why you look at sports and things of that nature. It's in tight clothes, very revealing. There ain't nothing but spandex everywhere. Basketball, small, short shorts. Everything's real form-fitting and tight.
Wrestling.
Before not too long, they best run naked out there.
Even the wrestlers.
They best run naked out there.
I see the statues, man. They got some statues in New York with Caucasian and naked.
So that's what Jason was leading our people to. That you gotta think the priests was looking at that like, I'm about to go over there. They playing it. Cause think about it, it's men, women, it's all type of filth, fornication, all kind of nonsense going up in there. Read on.
After the game of discus called them forth.
Now watch this, verse 15.
Not setting by the honors of their father.
And that's the point. Esau sets these people up to pull our people to not set by the honors of our fathers, which is this Bible. Read.
But liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
And that's our people. We like the glory of the Grecians, which the Grecians is the Caucasian race. Today, they're called Americans or Caucasians. Esau is their biblical name. That's what we look at. We don't set by the honor of our fathers, but we like the glory of the heathen Esau best of all. And that's why you see us doing these things. That's why we bleach our skin, we straighten our hair, we go marry to other nations. We try to conform in all facets. We want the American dream.
Right.
That's what we want.
And that's what he was talking about. How you say Elba, whatever his name?
Ebro.
That's what he was talking about. How we move, how you see. That's what he see. And the black men knew that. He just put it out there. You know, nobody could ever calls him out on it. You know what I'm saying?
Now watch this. Before we close out, give me Sirach 30, verse 20. Because ultimately, this is the medicine that our people need, and this is what our people need to be.
I'm sorry this video is so long, but I wanted to do a commentary on both the elder gentleman, basically covering different topics about the different organizations, and I wanted to talk about what they were saying in the video, pointing out what they're pointing out. And it was really something that's real eye-opening, that racism it takes on a different format, and it's something that when you be around, and I can give testimony to this dude, and I was thinking about this yesterday. There's some truth with what they're saying, because it's like it's a self-esteem, and a lot of it is that the image which you see on TV. And so when you see the image on TV, you want to be the image on TV. When you're a young person, when you're a young person, whether you are male or female, so you want to be that person who they desire to be. And so you take on what you see on TV. And at the time, there was not too many black images on TV, so they made some good points. And even among the organizations with the elder gentleman, which he was saying that how it isn't even structured over there. That was very, very eye-opening. I'm glad, even though this video was kind of long, but it's really straight to the point. And it saw what's going on with what's wrong with black people today. With some black people. Why they think the way they do, why they move the way they move. Where did this come from? A lot of it comes from, what you were raised and what you were with image. And that's something about, the Williams sisters, talented that they are, but they succumb to the racism to the point that over a period of time, you'll be accepted for what the same situation than what they are. So, but you can take that, you can take this however you want to take it. It may be some things, it's just got to be more revelation that comes behind it. Everybody can hear this video, this group ICIC, and with the elder gentleman, because they both separate opinions. And you take it how the way it is. It's good to see both angles. That's why I always talk about something for both angles. There's the good, and then there's the bad. And like that was deep what the man was saying, that his girl, his ex-girlfriend, who was white, Caucasian, would encounter that, somebody. It goes back up that even it was even taught among black people to have a buffer class, and you take on the spirit, and that what they're saying is true. I've seen with black people. And I've seen when I go into certain suburbs in different parts of Ohio and other places, they take on the same spirit. But that's the reason why. And it's just like what the one elderly gentleman said. One thing about the different groups of people, like the Asian community, East Asian community, the Asian Indian community, they don't change their name. Majority don't change who they are. That's true. The Middle Eastern people from different Arab-speaking peoples, they don't change who they are. They stick with what they do. They don't change. But it's something about black people. That's what we do, and it's sad. But anyway, this video was kind of long, so I hope who've seen it, that this is reality. So my name is James. Till next time, take care. Be blessed.